Do you know how to flip a mind? That's what happens when you start to make your dreams more real in your head than your current physical reality. Once you are able to do that, then something shifts in your energy fields and the magic starts to happen. Synchronicities line up in your favor. You show up differently in the world. People treat you differently. And what you dream and what's real in your head starts to manifest in your outer physical reality. But that's not easy to do, and a lot of people have a hard time with that. But this is what's necessary to create your reality. This is the true law of attraction you seldom hear about. So let's learn a few simple mind hacks to flip your mind to manifest your dream life. We are not our bodies. We are not our physical lives. We are soul. We are spirits. We have bodies. And we come to earth as soul, as spirit, to learn how to master the physical. And we can do that, or we understand that by learning how to change our vibration, to change our thoughts, our frequencies, our energy. And by doing that, that changes physical matter. The physical world is energetic. The atoms that make up the physical world are over 99.9% empty space and energy. As we change and realign our thoughts, our emotions, and our energy, we can change physical reality. We can change our lives according to our wills, according to our dreams. That is why law of attraction is a spiritual discipline. I'm going to focus this video mostly on money manifestation and attracting wealth. The economy's changing. A lot of people are concerned about money, but you can apply this to anything. The first thing is to understand that money is not the root of all evil. The first hack is really reprogramming. And maybe you grew up in a household where your parents were fighting about money all the time, or you were told that you have to save every penny, or money doesn't grow on trees. We get programmed through the power of repetition. The society around us really tries to keep us slaves to the pursuit of money. But the reality is that money is abundant. It's the physical counterpart to spiritual abundance. Remember, we're spirit having human experiences. We're here to master the physical. How can I master the physical if I'm restricting my experiences due to lack of money? So it's not only a positive thing to have more money, it's really your responsibility to yourself and your loved ones. Because again, the more money you have, the more freedom you have, the more expansion you have, the more you can learn, the more you can grow, etc., etc. So first order business, reprogram the mind. You can do that through the power of repetitions, through affirmation work, through sleep program work, and also really just cultivating what it feels like to have a lot of money. And do that as a day-to-day exercise. Start right now by flipping your mind and not worrying about money, feeling like you already have it. So that's the next step. So here's a couple little mind hacks that you can do. This is a Neville Goddard trick, smelling the money before bed. Have a few hundreds or 20s laying out and just sniff the money before you go to bed. And then your subconscious carries that energy of money. Or you can maybe visualize like smell the new car smell in your mind or something to that nature. You can also maybe visualize as you're falling asleep more zeros in your bank account is a good example. I like the Will Smith trick also, where he would constantly say to himself, I already am a top A-list Hollywood actor. You all just don't know that yet. What I'm thinking about is the Jim Carrey trick. When he wrote himself a check for $10 million. He's a big believer in law of attraction. I guess he fell on hard times after In Living Color. So he wrote himself a check, and it said for acting services rendered, and it's for $10 million. He looked at the check every day, he had it in his wallet, and he visualized and felt like it was already happening. Then he got the role for Dumb and Dumber, and he got paid $10 million for that role. A really good mind hack is when you're falling asleep, imagine that you're counting $100 bills and you're making piles of them, maybe piles of 10. So you're counting the money as you're falling asleep, $100 bills, maybe smelling it, seeing it clearly. And then when you wake up in the morning, do the same thing. Like as you're waking up, maybe you do your dream journals or something. But as you're starting to become conscious, imagine again you're counting $100 bills. Do this every day. We reprogram our mind through the power of repetition. Once it becomes real in our minds, our vibration and energy changes, and what we create in our life changes also. So can you make the reality of your dreams manifested more real in your mind than your current physical reality? That's the question. That's when everything flips. So the last point I wanted to make is about really understanding how to vibrate in spirit, or what's called the quantum field, or that field of energy of infinite possibility where all time, all possibilities already exist. And when you can vibrate your intentions in that field of energy and reality, then you start to create it in the physical. Your vibration changes, and what you attract and what you create in the physical starts to match the frequency of what you're vibrating at the quantum level or the spirit level. Oh, by the way, if you like this content, please feel free to subscribe and hit the bell notification and all of that stuff. And I also have a membership program called Spirit Mind Family, where I have exclusive content, videos, live events. That's my inner core group if you're interested in that. I'll have information in the comments and in the description, and Heather might flash it on the video also. Going into quantum, the way you do that, you have to get present. In fact, for any of this stuff to work, you have to cultivate presence. The ability to not be thinking, but rather just being. Once you make that shift and you're not thinking and you're just aware in the present, that's when the magic starts to take place, because you start to vibrate on the level of the quantum field. And when you are present, you start to lose your sense of self-identity, because you're not physical, you're not a body, you're not a name, you're not an identity, you're not a job, you're energy, you're spirit. And when you're super present and you cultivate that, that's when the mind flips, and that's when you start to become quantum. So when you do that, that's when you start to feel like you already have what it is that you desire. You're living it, you're feeling it, you're experiencing it with all your senses, and you're expressing positive emotions, happiness, joy, love in that experience. And then once you come out of that moment of presence, well, it's good to always be present, but you know, when you're doing like an exercise or a process, get very present. And once that happens, again, something flips. You start to enter into a new vibration or a new reality. It's like going through a portal to a place where all time and all reality already exists. Vibrate what you desire in the physical in that reality. And then, of course, in your physical life, you do what appropriate actions are necessary, act to attract. But when you create something in the quantum, what you desire comes to you, and what you want comes to you into your life. And that's basically it. So practice these things and do this. And every day, maybe several times a day, go into presence and experience the reality that you want to create as if it's already happening. Because in that reality it is, and it's going to line up in the physical. It has to. That is how energy works. That is the law. And that's what I have for you today. So enjoy this nice view as I step away, and I will see you at the next video.